So EA is back at it again, releasing daily Evos. On top of that, the market is dropping and the team of the week has been leaked, and we're going to be covering everything in today's video. But before the video does start, we do have a free trading guide going. It's a daily updated trading guide by myself with all the investments in there and all the daily updated data for trading. So do make sure to check this out. This will be free until the 1st of October, so do make sure to utilize it whilst it is still there. So we've got loads and loads of things to talk about in today's video. So without further ado, let's go and start where we always start off by looking at the SBCs. So a few SBCs came yesterday. Starting off with a player SBC of Ali Watts. I can't lie, she is a very, very cheap SBC, 93 rated, only costing you 9k, but her card isn't amazing. I mean, it's not that bad, because I actually compared her to Swanson, and she actually has a better card than Swanson, but then again, Swanson is SBC fodder. So her card is obviously coming in there with 90 pace, 85 shooting, and 85 dribbling, which is quite a nice medley. 3-star skills, 3-star weaver, not too bad. Sorry, not too ideal in all fairness. As you've got right mid, right wing, and striker utility. I feel like EA might have made these cards a little bit worse. Realise no one's using NFL and the NWSL, that's it. And then buff them, but yeah, I don't really see this card being overly desirable. And as always, she does go and come in with 2 objective players from the season pass. And if I can go and find them, I believe they're in seasons. They're not in seasons, they are going to be in milestones then. Yeah, we do also have this card right here. We got ourselves a maintain, and yeah, very, very average card. Bear in mind, we've just done an SBC that plays in the Bundesliga with a playstyle plus, who has 80 plus every stat apart from one. To go and get an objective where there's, you know, a few stats closer to 70 than there is 80. Yeah, very, very underwhelming. And then the other card in this is a German mid left back, and again, 85 pace is not too ideal, especially as she's not the easiest in the world to go and link up. So there's the I guess the SBC. We do have another SBC, or we did get another SBC, and that was a upgrade SBC. The upgrade SBC did go and give us a triple 82. Sadly, it's only repeatable once a week, so, or you know, once this week. It's not like a repeatable in 2 days sort of thing. So yeah, it would have been great if it was repeatable a little bit more, but hey ho, we'll take it. It was an 83 rated squad again, costing 9k. I didn't actually get anything good whatsoever from that, but before I did that, I did go and open up double 87s. And in my double 87s, I was able to, just to excuse the me putting a few players in, I was able to pack myself Foden. So now on the wings, I've got myself Foden and Hazard. And yeah, I've actually been playing a bit of gameplay. I haven't really normally played gameplay too early this year. I've been playing a bit of gameplay, completing my Darwin Núñez Evo guy, and yeah, so the team's quite nice. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I really don't mind gameplay this year. I'll be honest with you, I don't think it seems too different to last year. I've only played about 5 rival games and played a few squad battle games, but rival games, won them all apart from one, so having pretty decent success. Literally just playing FIFA FC 25 like I was playing FC 24. Not quite sure what the new metas are or anything, but yeah, we're playing it all the exact same. So, as I say, we've completed one Evo, but EA is dropping more Evo, so we'll probably be doing another one, because the Evo is absolutely insane. It's a weird one, because it probably doesn't look very insane from the outside, but it's really, really good. So this Evo, literally, it takes a centre-back, and it gives them plus 10 sprint speed and plus 10 acceleration. Now, this is kind of confusing, because EA don't say, like, maximum pace. All they do is they show you the maximum sprint speed. So I'm going to explain this because it's a little bit awkward, because, again, it's a new thing. So you can see on this Koulibaly card, and you can see, again, we've got the Sprint Supreme at the top, and then it goes down to level 1. Well, what you can see is it says level 1 rewards, sprint speed, plus 10, and they've got a little arrow, and it says 78. So what this means is that the sprint speed can get plus 10, but it can only receive a maximum of 76 sprint speed. So again, you could go and put in someone with like 84 pace, but if they had 74 or they had 78 or below sprint speed, they'd get a plus 10 up to 78. And likewise, we can see right here, we've got a acceleration plus 10, but we can see that it's darked out. And the reason it's darked out is actually because Koulibaly already has 78 or higher acceleration. And because he's already got 78 or higher acceleration, he can't receive an upgrade for that whatsoever. So Koulibaly's base card has 78 pace, but it actually gets upgraded to 81 pace because he receives the plus 10 sprint speed base boost, but he doesn't receive the plus 10 acceleration boost, meaning he can be used. So as a result, what there was basically a kind of two different optimal ways of doing this. The first optimal way was just pick someone who's low, because if you go and pick someone who had low pace, what they would do is, and again I'm going to show you the stats, they'd receive the full plus 10 acceleration and the full plus 10 sprint speed, taking someone like Romero from 68 pace to 78 pace, which was quite nice. But the other take on this Evo was actually, if we go and look at Emre Can, he's not going to receive the plus 10 sprint speed because his sprint speed is already 86. But because his split between sprint speed and acceleration is pretty awful, he still receives half the boost. So his card already has 77 pace because, again, he's got very high sprint speed but low acceleration. But with the plus 10 acceleration, he now goes to 82 pace. So he's not obviously utilising the whole thing. But what this allowed you to do was put in cards that were already slightly fast and make them even faster. Again, it didn't let you have the plus 10, but cards who had under 68 either sprint speed or acceleration were also utilised in this Evo. And it does make a very nice looking Emre Can. Obviously with 80 plus, well, I say 80 plus all stats. I mean, I guess apart from shooting, passing, dribbling. But if you're going to go and play him as a CDM and a centre mid, I think you take relatively high 70s in those. Obviously, you can go and play yourself centre mid. You can go and play yourself CDM. That allows him to stay in your teams for a little bit longer because, of course, if you're replacing your centre backs, you can move into CDM. If you're replacing your CDMs, you can move into centre back. He does don 3-star skills, 4-star weak foot as well, which is quite nice. And I mean, yeah, there are some other really nice players. Konate, again, already had high pace, but you can utilise a bit of that pace boost. Delit was obviously making the most of both pace boosts. Ben White got a nice card. Pavard got a nice card. And the rises on these cards were kind of a bit pump and dump, as in what happened is they rose a fair bit and then they crashed instantly. I'm not quite sure if it is going to grab it. There we go. Like, Romero generally got up to like 6k and then crashed back down to 1.5k. So if you are trading with these cards, you do have to be very careful, because if you don't get out, let's say you went and bought him for 2k, because again, he did end up going to about 6k. You bought him at 2k, you tried to sell him at 6k, didn't sell him at 6k, you do get burned. Because again, it is literally just traders pumping and dumping these cards. Now, they do end up being a higher price than they were prior, but, that's not where the mass money is. Emre Can, again, did end up having a very nice price increase, was 2.1, went up there to 3.3. Since went down to 2.8 and has rebounded up to 3.1, and I'd imagine it will actually slowly go up to Division Rival Awards. I don't know if it would be too amazing of an investment, it just, it'd be a slow increase. So as a result of us getting that centre-back Evo, what did it do for centre-backs? Well, we can see that again, the market was already dropping, and I will be covering this later in the video. We can see that Bastoni, before the Evo, he already rebounded from 23 up there to 24, but he crashed down to 20k. Why? Because people were replacing Bastoni with players from this Evo, since he has rebounded from 20 to 21k. We then have Alaba. Alaba already rebounded 23 all the way up there to 25.5, but then crashed down to 20, because again, being replaced. Van der Ven, even quite an expensive card who arguably has 10 pace more than anyone who even fits the Evo, went from 48k all the way up there to 54k, and since again the Evo, again the market's expected to drop, he's literally gone down over 10k since the Evo, which is kind of crazy. So that was why there was a bit of incentive to go and sell cards before 6 PM, because you never know when you're going to go and get burnt by an Evo. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the market dropping in general, because again the market is dropping. Now, I guess for people who joined my stream very early on in FIFA, I said that the market should rise to the 26th, unless it stagnates for 2 days and drops. And I say, up until about the 22nd, the market was looking likely to rise to the 26th. But what we saw, I think it was Monday evening, or what we saw by Monday midday, is that the market already stagnated on the Saturday. And I was kind of seeing that we were Saturday midday and it was still already stagnating. And what happened last year is the market stagnated for 2 days and then went down. I think I've got a few examples for you guys to go and see from last year. So again, stagnated for 2 days, then went down. We moved to Ronaldo last year. We can go and grab him. There we go. There we go. Stagnated for 2 days, then went down. We've got another card. Oh, there is the Ronaldo. Rashford of last year. Stagnated for 2 days, then went down. Then we've got ourselves Heroes. Stagnated for 2 days, then went down. I think we've hopefully got Icons. Stagnated for give or take 2 days, and then went down. So the market going down was not a surprise if you looked at previous trends. Or again, if you join my stream, I guess from Monday onwards, I told you that the market was going to go down. And what has happened? Well, the market has gone down. Cards like Nkuku have gone from 30k to 24k. Diani's gone from 74 to 64. Mendy's gone from 124 to 111. Marquee's gone from 152 to 500. Carvalho's gone from 217 to 192. Rivaldo's gone from 500, but I don't think he's actually selling at 600, but still should be going down daily. Lineker again, 142. If we look at his daily average yesterday, 136. Prince, 192 down to 181. Laudrup, 164 down to 154. And the market will continue to keep on dropping. The market will continue to dropping, just like last year, all the way through down to 1 or 2 days. There's 2 different buy points. And the buy points differ in if the card is over 100k or if the card is under 100k. If the card is over 100k, you are going to be looking at buying your cards on Friday if they drop more than 10% from the day before 6 p.m. If not, you're going to go and buy them after 6 p.m. So what I would do is I would look at what they were on Thursday. So on Thursday, he was about 120. So I'd want to go and buy him at 108. And I can assure you, on that Friday, he would have got down to 108. It's just obviously that's the daily average. So he would have got down to 108. I would have gone and bought him. If he didn't get down to 108 before 6 p.m, probably would have waited till around about, I think the cheapest would have been anywhere from about 6:30 to about 10 p.m. Would have waited till those times. If we get to about 8, 9 p.m, and he's not down to 108, I would just go and buy him. Because cards over 100k were the cheapest on Friday, and then they've rebounded all the way there to the Tuesday, Wednesday. I think the same is going to happen this week. Cards over 100k, either cheapest before 6 p.m. on Friday, if they drop more than 10% from the daily average of the day before. If not, you're going to go and buy after 6 p.m. And they should rebound through to Tuesday, Wednesday. Now, depending on what happens with the market on Thursday this week, depends on what we think, how long they might rise. For example, if the market actually rises on Thursday, which I'd be very, very surprised if it did, bear in mind score battle is literally what triggered the market dropping, you'll be able to buy the cards on the Friday and go and sell them on the Thursday. As you can see, after the Thursday, the cards just dropped and dropped and dropped all of week in League One. On the other hand, if the market drops on Thursday, we're then just going to go and sell Tuesday. It'll be Tuesday evening, maybe Wednesday midday, but I'd want to sell Tuesday evening. Same thing happened here with Ronaldo. I mean, cheaper cards weren't as good, but what I can show you is cheaper cards were the cheapest on the Saturday. So I showed you that Walker rebounded as of the Friday. Because these cards were packed a bit more, these cards rebounded as of the Saturday. And I mean, the rebounds on someone like Ronaldo at 30k was nowhere near. Again, Walker went from 114 to 125. That's not bad, especially bearing in mind he would have been a little bit lower on the lows, a little bit higher on the highs. Whereas Ronaldo was 31 to 34k. There was very small coins in it, but not as favourable. If I can move to someone like Rashford. Rashford went from 220k, again was the cheapest on the Friday because he was over 100k, and he rebounded all the way up there from 225 up there to 250. Again, he probably would have got down to 215, probably would have risen to about 255, so the profits would have been decent if we got the lows and the highs. McManaman, again, cheapest on the Friday because he's over 100k, 143, only rebounded to 150, so there literally would have been 0 coins on that whatsoever. And then Zanetti, again, cheapest here on the Friday because he's over 100k, and he rebounded all the way there through to the Wednesday. He rebounded 55k. We also anticipate Icons doing better this year because Icons so far have had nicer trends than the gold cards. Some gold cards are down 10, 15, 20% from what they peaked at, whereas a lot of the Icons are only down about 5%. So we do think that means that the Icons have a much higher demand. I mean, it was the same thing last year. These Icons weren't dropping anywhere near as much as the golds, yet they're rebounding nicer. So regarding buying your teams or anything like that, under 100k, we'll wait until a Saturday. Over 100k, we are going to go and buy them on the Friday. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about the current team of the week as well. Current team of the week, again, last year, if you guys missed it, every single team of week 1 dropped out of packs because they were over-invested. So we're anticipating every single one of these team of the weeks to go and drop after 6 p.m. all the way through till Friday. So I said you're buying... how I said you're buying the gold cards on Friday that are over 100k? Team of the weeks also fit into this because they're also favourite to go and drop. Now, hopefully I do have a nice example of a team of the week 1 that dropped. I don't think I do, but I can easily get it up for you guys. So if we go and load up team of the week 1. So this is team of the week 1 last year. Again, a lot of people come and tell me that our team of the weeks are going to rise out of packs, and I just show them that every single team of the week last year drops out of packs. But there were some decent rebounds and there's some decent investments in it. So, for example, Krachawi, again, we can go and load this up. Krachawi, at the beginning of the game, 227. That is literally what, that's team of the week yesterday. She then dropped down to 188, but then she rebounded to 200. She actually didn't do as well. I think Lewandowski was a bit nicer. Lewandowski went from 200k down there to 161 on the Friday, and then he rebounded up there to 190k. We can then go and show you Mats Hummels, even cheaper in forms. This is quite comparable to someone like Zakaria. Dropped there from 27.5, got as low as 24, rebounded as high as 28. So, as a result, we are going to look at buying the current team of the weeks, but we're not going to look at buying them until the Friday. And again, if you do own these cards, I would recommend selling them now. Which would be the best investments? I'd say the guys who had the best risers. I'd say Yamal would be one of the best investments. I'd say Adeyemi would be one of the best investments. If you want a low budget one, I'd see Zakaria being one of the best investments. Yeah, I mean, if you want top end stuff, you've obviously got Hernandez. Hernandez would be more favourable than Dembele and Messi. And I'd say that is what I would do regarding Team of the Weeks. Now, on the topic of Team of the Weeks, Team of the Week 2 did go and get leaked. Some players who we thought would be in there didn't get in there, and some players who we didn't expect whatsoever are in there, so vice versa. Sadly, players such as Gokares didn't get in, therefore crashing his card. But obviously, Gokares got 2 goals, and I'd say the craziest one, there's a guy called Miller, again, who was a French cam, played for Stuttgart, got 3 assists versus Bayern Munich, or versus Leverkusen, and he didn't get a Team of the Week. He got 3 assists. It was crazy, but hey, that's literally Team of the Week for you. Team of the Week is as RNG as it gets. But players who we didn't expect to get in, who did get in, Vinny, 1 goal and 1 assist. Bear in mind they dubbed Haaland not getting a Team of the Week last week for 2 goals. We thought 91 rated, very unlikely you're going to get a Team of the Week for 1 goal, 1 assist. Well, Vinny did get a Team of the Week. Son got in there for 2 goals. Wasn't fully expected to get in there. I think Vert's got in there for 2 contribution. Wasn't fully expected to get in there. Diaz, heavily expected to get in there. Rafinha, pretty heavily expected to get in there. Elise, fully expected to get in there. Jackson, we fully expected to get in there. Middlestar expected to get in there. Makuku expected to get into the team. And that is about it. So, where are the investments in these? Now, if you guys aren't aware, last year when the back to Team of the Week 2. Last year, when we got Team of the Week 2, so that Team of the Week that we've just shown you, every single gold card who got a Team of the Week, who is highly anticipated to get a Team of the Week, dropped out of packs. So, for example, if I can go and grab you Kante. So, Kante was heavily anticipated to get a Team of the Week. Obviously, rose nicely here. He's not the best example, actually. The best example is Cancelo or Son. So, Cancelo, this is Wednesday when he went out of packs. Even though he went out of packs, because he was overinvested, he went from 48k down there to 42k, and then he rebounded there to 50k. The reason this occurred is because he was overinvested. So what happened is people overinvested in him, they then panic sold him. Friday, once again, nice buy points. It's a nice buy point on Team Week 1s that get panic sold, and it's a nice buy point on the gold cards who get Team Week 2s who get panic sold. But then he rebounded there from 42 to 48, which means you basically would want to go and sell him there. If you want, you can go and buy him back there and then sell him there again. Same thing happened for Heung-min Son, heavily anticipated to get a Team of the Week. Again, before going out of packs, 122, went out of packs, dropped down there to 110 out of packs, and then rebounded up there to 138. So this was a really, really nice investment. So I think this will be comparable for Diaz, potentially Rafinha, and maybe, unlikely though, Vert. This can also happen with stuff like Elise, who's also very inflated by now, and maybe a few of the other cards. I don't think it happens with Son, and I don't think it happens with Vinicius Jr., because I don't think these guys were anticipated to get a Team of the Week. If it does happen, it might happen slightly with Son, but again, I said yesterday that if you wanted Son for your team, I recommend just buying him right there, even though he's slightly inflated because I didn't think he was too anticipated to get one. But yeah, so I could see Verts, Diaz and Rafinha dropping between Wednesday through to Friday. So if you guys do have these cards, I recommend selling them. If you'd like an investment, what you can do is you can go and buy them on the Friday. Again, they drop nicely, if they drop 10% from what they were the day before on Thursday, I'd go and buy them before 6pm. If not, I'd go and track them after 6pm. So back onto the Team of the Week. Mayuku, obviously pretty nice, but there is actually a play, and one of the plays of investing here, well, there's 2 plays of investing here. The first play is buying the gold non-rares in the anticipation that they go and hit like an advanced SBC solution. So, for example, if we went and bought some of these non-rares that are going out of packs, and they go and hit, if I go to foundations, and if they go and hit like one of these SBC solutions, what's going to happen is you're going to have loads and loads of people buying these players to put them in the SBC solutions, but they're not going to get resupplied because they're not in packs. So what happens is, even though these cards can be completely plebby, as long as they hit a solution or 2, they can go up to like 2-3k because there's just no supply of them because they're not being packs. Which means if you want to, and again I've got all the buy prices on the guide, Miyuki, again, is like 900 coins for someone who was semi-expensive before they went out packs, 600 coins if they weren't expensive. So someone like Miyuki, if he goes down to 900 coins, is a nice investment. Alderweireld at 900 coins is a nice investment. I mean, I should be able to show you someone like Alderweireld that he's already got. There you go, like Alderweireld's already got expensive for hitting SBC solutions. You can see right there 1.5k. See right there 1.3k. That was when he was getting Team Week. So these guys have already hit SBC solutions before, making them rare, making them expensive. So, you know, they should be able to do the same. Middle Star, again, has he been able to hit SBC? There you go, Middle Star, say it's only up there to 900 coins, but these guys can go and hit SBC solutions, and if you can go and pick them up for about 800-900 coins, it's very good. Evander I wouldn't buy above 600 coins though. So now what we're going to move on to is going to be investing in the marquee matchups. Now the marquee matchups, again, we've gone and done our research. All the investments are on the guide, but I'm just going to go through this briefly. There are 3 big games, although 2 I think are bigger than the next. The 3 big games are Newcastle versus United, Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid, and then finally Bayern Munich versus Bayern Leverkusen. I think Bayern Leverkusen and Real Madrid and the Madrid derby will be the biggest, but again, you can go with Newcastle United if you want. I do recommend picking up these Bayern Munich cards at 700 coins for rares. Should be able to either do it now, or you should be able to do it during Division Rival Awards. Either win them on bids or win them on buy nows. I do recommend going for the men's over the women's. The men's do perform better than the women's. So again, you've got like Bayern Munich cards right here again. We recommend trying to pick up the main cards here for around about 700 coins. Likewise with Real Madrid. Real Madrid's a little bit of a lacking club, and again, you want to go for the men's over the women's. We are looking to only pick these cards up for about 700-800 coins, so either win them on bids or just wait till Division Rivals, till packs are being opened, and they should indeed be supplied. So just a little thing right there. Now I think because I've been playing a bit of gameplay, I do actually have a few packs for you guys. I don't think they're anything too exhilarating, but what I can tell you is that my pack luck is pretty insane. So we've got all this rubbish customization, couldn't care less about that. We got ourselves some triple 85s and whatever. I still, by the way, am yet to know what is a walkout and what isn't. I just pretend to get excited over everything. That's going to be a Serie A woman. I can't imagine there'll be anything too interesting. We're going to get a Richarlison. There we go, lovely, lovely. But yeah, so we've managed to pick ourselves Foden, managed to get ourselves Hazard already, which is quite nice. See, someone said something about lights at the end of the tunnel, and then when I got my Foden pack, I never saw, wow. EA is trying to force me to get down that. Oh, I mean, I'll tell you what, a bit of an 85 SBC fodder, that'll be good for an SBC coming this Friday, which I'll go and show you guys, which could very easily be making my team. So it'll be Christiansen. There you go, lovely. So those packs were quite underwhelming. Now what we're going to teach you guys is shadow trading. So EA has changed up. EA's basically now allows you to do compare price back out, which was a sort of a mechanic we use for trading that previously wasn't working until yesterday morning, meaning I wasn't able to make a tutorial until this morning. So what we do for this method is we go gold rare, we go shadow, we go maximum bid 1.1, and we go maximum buy now 9.9. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go and put that filter in, and we're going to go and scroll to the end. Okay, so I'll just back out, I'll sit here and I'll explain a little bit about the method, what the method is, whilst the filter's on the screen. So what this method is we are buying rare gold cards for only 1k more with a shadow than they are without a shadow. And the idea is that a shadow can add anywhere from about 2k value to 5k value, meaning we make anywhere from about 1k profit to about 4k profit for every single card. So again, the filter is rare gold shadow, maximum bid 1.1, maximum buy now 9.9. We're now going to go and search this in, and we're going to go and scroll to the end. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go and press compare price, and we're going to go and back out. And what this does is this basically refreshes the market without me having to go and back out. So again, all you got to do is press compare price, back out, compare price, back out. Now I am doing this method at 7 o'clock in the morning right now, so sadly I don't know if it'll fit my agenda too well. But what it does is, I just did that just to check something. What it does is, again, it just refreshes the market. Now, why would we want to do this? Well, if you go and press compare price back out, and again, can look at the stuff on the 5th, 9th minute instantly, obviously, if you can look at stuff as soon as it's listed, you're at a much more benefit than, you know, looking at stuff when it's been on the market for a minute or two. So, yeah, that's the benefit. Now, a lot of people do say this method, well, how am I meant to know what players sell for? So, for example, if I didn't know what Balde is without a shadow, all I've got to do is head over to Footbin, type in Balde. Balde is 1.9k without a shadow, so I'll go and buy him up to 2.9. Now, obviously, when you're doing this method at the beginning as well, you're not going to know what players are going for, because you're going to have to learn. So you do have to be pretty patient, because you've got to obviously learn what the gold cards are going for, then you can go and buy them. And again, you've got to be even more patient at 7:30 in the morning when trying to show that a method is working. but I will keep doing this until it goes and fits my agenda. But yeah, we've been doing this method for the last few days. We've been doing it a more convoluted way, and that was literally just scrolling all the way to 5th, 9th minute. We'd almost have to scroll like 40, 50 pages at a time. But now that this method is back, now that this mechanic is back, I say it should be a bit nicer for trading. It's just not going to fit my agenda at 7 o'clock in the morning, is it? There we go, Romero, perfect, I'm going to go and buy him. So we'd go and buy that Romero right there for 1.6k, and the reason we'd go and buy that Romero for 1.6k is because he is 1.8k without a shadow. So once we've won our Romero for 1.6k, what we're now going to go and do is we are going to go and see what we can sell him for. Because like I said, shadow anywhere from about 2 to 5k of value. So Romero we've gone and picked up right there for 1.6. Let's have a little look what Romero sells for with a shadow. Romero with a shadow sells for 5.5, perfect. So I'd go and list them anywhere from maybe I'd sell them about 4.9, 5.2, and we'd go and make ourselves a good little bit of coins. So again, we'll head back to it. Hopefully it won't be as painful this time. So we're going to go gold rare, again, 9.9, sorry, 1.1 there, 9.9 right there. Sometimes I do play around with the minimum buy now if I think it might bug a little bit. And again, we're just going to keep pressing compare price back out until a new card goes and pops up. Now, a few things as well is you can actually buy cards faster than when all the messages pop up. So a lot of people say, and they're not wrong, that the menus this year are less, well, they're just, they're slower basically. They're not as efficient. But what you can actually do is you can snipe stuff faster than when all the messages pop up. So for example, if I wanted to go and buy Balde, you've got all these messages popping up, and it does take a second or two for them all to pop up. But what you can actually do is if you actually press X up X, you can put the inputs to go and buy the players faster than when all the messages pop up. And that's how you can kind of bypass this horrible sluggish system by literally just putting in all the inputs before they actually pop up. As I say, because it's 7 o'clock in the morning, it's not going to fit my agenda very well about stuff popping up in the market. The peak times to go and trade are around about 3 p.m. through to about 3 p.m. through to about 9 p.m. and that's just the peak time of people on FIFA. Now, to help you guys with this, I do have a massive list of what I've been selling gold cards with Shadow for, and again, until the 1st of October, this is free. It's updated every day with all the data that I go and sell cards on. So yeah, if you guys are never quite sure we can go and sell cards with Shadow, and for some reason don't want to go and search the market, I do go and have this list to go and help you guys. And to go and end off the video, we are also going to have a little look at the leaks. And the only thing that's really been leaked is a Jota RTTK. The whole RTTK team has been leaked. And that was leaked absolutely ages ago, so you can go onto my Twitter profile, look at my the leak list and go and find it there. But the first player SBC has been leaked. Jota loves himself a bit of FIFA. Now, I'll be honest with you, I think this is a semi-demanded SBC, but there's nothing really to invest in it. I don't think I would go with Liverpool links, and I also wouldn't go with fodder. I did a bit of research on fodder last year, and fodder actually dropped between yesterday all the way through to Saturday. So I'm not convinced, and I think we got the Bruno Gil-Hamesh on the Friday last time, so I'm not convinced that buying fodder for this Jota is going to be a play. And if you do want to buy fodder, the buy for fodder is on the Saturday. But I think that is going to go and wrap up today's video. Thank you very much for watching. As I will be streaming between 8 all the way through to 6:30 if you guys want to jump in, ask me any questions. Thank you very much for watching, thanks for the support, and we'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.